Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25 with the Rude Man. And I think this field is done. So we're going to go pick it up. All right. Eyes are all watering today. Must be. Hey, Jeremy's here. Hi, Jeremy. Matthew's in. Matthew, how you doing? Yep, I got my eyes are watering. I think it's pollen in the air or something. I don't know. But we've had really rainy weather. I mean, it's been raining hard, and it's supposed to be raining all week till Sunday. So it started yesterday, and it's supposed to rain clear out to next Sunday. Non-stop. Uh-oh. I didn't get it. Oh no, I'm full and it didn't get it all. Yep, I sure am. All right, well, we got to go get rid of this. Matthew says he's doing good today. It's always good to be feeling good. I had a tough weekend. I had a letter from Oregon Department of Revenue, and I didn't understand it. It was about 3 full pages. It has something to do with estimated taxes. Now, my taxes are all done, and I actually sent them a check for a sizable amount of money. And so I didn't understand what the letter was for. And I got it on Saturday, so that meant, of course, that there's no way to talk to anybody until Monday. So Monday morning about 2:30, I woke up, and all I could think about was, having to call the Department of Revenue and figure out what the hell was going on, because I didn't understand the letter at all. I'm not a business. I don't do estimated taxes. And if you don't know what estimated taxes are, if you're in a business, the state or government does not want to wait for April 15th to get their tax money that you owe them. So businesses have to do what they call an estimated tax. And every quarter, they have to figure out how much do you estimate your tax is going to be to the government, and then send that into us. We want it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Scorp. So a lot of businesses do estimated taxes. Every quarter, they have to estimate how much they owe and pay it. Well, I'm not a business. As a matter of fact, I'm retired now. The only thing I have is I'm on a fixed income, so I didn't understand the letter. Well, I finally called them yesterday, and they explained what it is. Hey, Andy. Scorp, how you doing? They explained what it was. It was Oregon has instituted a law that if you're going to owe them over a certain amount of money, that you're required to pay it in quarterly, every quarter in estimated taxes, just like a business. And evidently I owed more than that, so I was required to do that. Well, I didn't know, and I just paid it. I just paid the taxes. And the letter was telling me, I thought the letter was a letter saying that my taxes were sent in incorrectly. There was an error made, and that I didn't pay estimated taxes, and that's all I knew. And I thought, well, why am I even having to do estimated tax? I don't understand. That was my confusion. So the guy told me, he explained it to me, what it was from, and he said, but the good news is, you don't owe us, we owe you. You paid too much. And I thought, well, okay, the form didn't say that. It just said that there was a difference of, $60 or something, a discrepancy, and it wasn't till after I talked to the guy, and he says, "No, you're good. We owe you. We're sending you some money back." And I said, "Okay." Well, that's good news, but I said it was. I was just concerned because it was so confusing, and the thing is that I think this form is designed for people that owe money. It's not designed for people that overpay. So the form makes you believe that the discrepancy is against you when it wasn't. And I just didn't pay attention because the only thing I was thinking of is, why am I having to pay estimated taxes? I shouldn't have to. Anyway, I know how to fix it now, so it won't happen again. And evidently, TurboTax, the program I use, miscalculated the estimated tax that it thought that I was supposed to pay. And so it said I had to pay. And when I paid the state my taxes, when I did my taxes and I paid them what I owed them, it included that error that TurboTax made. So consequently, I get a little bit of money back, but it just really bothered me because I woke up at 2:30 and I couldn't sleep. I was so worried about it. I just couldn't sleep. I was so stressed out. And I got up at 2:30. I sat around, did absolutely, nothing, just waiting. Okay, come on, what's going on here? There we go. That's my phone. I don't know. All right. I thought you found it this morning. And you didn't plug it in? All right, guys, hang on. Okay, I'm going to call it. All right, I'm back. She found her phone. Couldn't find her phone. No panic. I do quarterly taxes with the wife's baking business. Yeah, businesses I understand, but private people, especially on fixed incomes, all I have is my Social Security and my retirement, and they're already withholding from those things. Like I got money back from the feds. Anyway, the whole point of that story was the fact that I was so stressed out and I didn't get to finish it. I woke up at 2:30 because I couldn't sleep because I knew I had to call the state, and I was worried, you know, what were they going to audit me? What's going on? And so I got up at 2:30. I only got a couple hours sleep, so I didn't go to bed till about midnight. And then now what? I'm on the wrong. There we go. So about 5 o'clock in the morning, I decided, well, I'm just beat. I'm going to lay down and see if I can't sleep now. And I did fall asleep, but guess what happened? I went into dreams, and guess what my dream was? My dream was calling the state and trying to explain what was wrong with the taxes. So even though I finally got to sleep, I dreamt about the stupid taxes. God, I hate that. I just hate it. I wish there was a way that they could get rid of all that garbage where you have no idea what you're supposed to pay. If they would just say, look, if you make money, we're going to take 10%. Okay, here's your 10%. Now I don't have to do anything. At the end of the year, you've already got it. Take it. Just take it. You know, if they said your taxes were 10%, well, take it out before you pay me. And then I never have to do taxes. Oh, God, it's a pain in the ass. Yeah, sure is. Hey, Frank's here. Hey, you Frank. So if you guys watched the Minecraft video, I did a little bit of decorating in it. My little hovel on a hill there. Yeah, I just started building on a plateau of a hill, and it's looking. I don't know, it's looking kind of homey when I finished that. And I made it nighttime so I could see all the lighting and stuff. It looked kind of homey. And I think those mangrove trees added something to it. You know, because those mangrove trees, they're so, I don't know, how would you say? They just take over where they grow. But it kind of added a little bit of atmosphere to the homestead, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, was it this one? Must not have been that one. This one? There it is. All right, that's it. They're done. They're El Finito. The house got bigger. Yeah, it did, but not by much. Now I just got to figure out what project to do next. I'm thinking of a sheep farm, but it's debatable. How do you do a sheep farm? There's different ways. Yeah, I could just have a big old corral full of sheep, or I could decide to make a sheep and have this barn be blue sheep, and this barn be black sheep, and those white sheep, and those yellow sheep, and those purple sheep, and cyan sheep. There's a bunch of colors that you can do. There's different shades. There's a lime green. There's a dark forest green. There's sky blue, dark blue, navy blue. There's all kinds of different colors that you can dye the sheep. So, do I make a huge project out of it and have that many sheep in their own little pen that produce wool of a certain color, and it's automatically collected, and I don't have to collect it? It's just, all I have to do is empty the chests. You know, how do I want to do the farm is what I'm trying to figure out. I'm thinking of going the big route, but the problem is coming up with all the different colors, because you have to you get the colors from certain things, and I don't have access to everything that I would need.
Oh, yeah.
Baba Black Sheep has you any wood. Hey, is that Rob? Rob, how you doing? I'm doing good. Rob's here. Okay, so I don't know why I kept the soybeans. I put it in there, and I didn't mean to. I was selling it because I don't have any need for soybeans. I don't have any need for soy boys. All righty, let's see, what were we doing? That guy got the lineman done. Okay, where in the heck are we? All right, there's the oil factory and the kimchi factory. What happened here? Something didn't get plowed. But the cultivator will take care of it. Rob, how's it going, buddy? I finally got a haircut. About 10 pounds of hair gone. I lost 10 pounds again. All right, let me check these other fields here. Okay, this one's all ready to go. Doesn't need any more fertilizer. Doesn't need any lime. Let me get my flight back. And we'll check this other field. Let's see, that one. That one's good. The barley. The oats are good. Okay. So I just need to maybe lime this one. No, it just needs rolling. It doesn't. Hey, Frank. Doesn't even need plowing. It just needs rolling. Rolling. Keep them doggies rolling. I got parsnips here, and I got barley by mistake. I didn't mean to do barley. I was going to do carrots there. So I think I'm going to do potatoes here. Nope, I got carrots here. Oh, God, I'm not doing that many potatoes in that big field. No friggin' way am I doing that many potatoes in that big field there. I'm going to cut this field in two, I think. God, do I want to do that many carrots? Oh, man, I don't know what to do. It doesn't need plowing, but I'm going to plow it anyway. I'm going to plow right over that fertilizer spreader. I was going to show you guys something that's really freaky. my camera has software on it that I can do certain things, like I can do the blue or the green screen where you can't see anything behind me. It can blur, it can zoom in on me, it can follow me if I move around. There's one that's freaking weird, and what it does is my camera is right here, right there. I'm looking right at my camera right now. See, my eyes are looking at that camera. It's at the top of the monitor that I'm playing on, okay? Now, the chat that I read, that you guys write, is over on a different monitor over here. So I'm now looking at that monitor. So if you see me looking this way, you know that I'm looking at the chat to see what you guys are saying. But I don't usually turn my body. I usually just turn my head like this and my eyes. Now look where my eyes are. See, my eyes are looking away, not at the camera. There's a thing on the controls where I can say that I want my eyes always facing the camera. And it's freaking weird. Okay, you see where my eyes are going right now? I would push this button and my eyes would just go boom, over there, automatically. Only it's not my eyes. They look blue. They're somebody else's eyes. And I'm still looking this way, but my eyes go that way. It's freaking weird. And I thought about putting it on, and I thought no, because it really looks weird. Because all of a sudden, it's somebody else's eyes looking at the camera. It's funny. Freaked me out. Talk about the toilet zone. Is it toilet zone or the Twilight Zone? I can't remember. I used to call it the toilet zone. You've entered the toilet zone. Enter at your own risk. Yeah, I was going to show you that, but I'd have to get out of the game to do it because the controls are separate. But it's just freaking weird. I don't know if I can plow the fog. I'm going to try. I'll try to plow the fog. I don't know if you can plow the fog. Yeah, the paintings where the eyes follow you around. It is. It's unsettling. When I did it, because I didn't know what it was. I had some changes in the drivers, and it messed up the camera. So I had to go in. I lost my green screen and stuff, and I had to reset all of that stuff. And I said, well, what's this eye thing? And I did it, and then I thought, well, what does it do? Well, I don't know what it does. And so I looked at my camera over there, and I hit the button, and my eyes went boom over, and they were blue eyes. They widened. The pupils were bigger than mine, and kind of a bluish color. It just looked freaking weird. I screamed at first. I thought, oh my God, what was that? These are going to be coming to, you know what? These are going to be ripening. I might as well leave the combines over here, because this is what was this? Oats? Can't remember. I think this was oats. All right, we'll just leave it here. And then this one will take over yonder, because I got wheat up there and barley over there, I think. Barley, barley, barley. Don't make me, don't make my blue eyes. Don't make my blue eyes AI. It has to be AI. AI is doing everything now. But we haven't seen John for a while. Wish this thing went this fast on the field. But it don't. Okay, here's the deal. I'm going to set this here and wait for this to ripen. But in the meantime, let me get the plow going. I don't know what to do with this guy. It says it doesn't need lime, but I've had it do that before where it said it didn't need lime, and then I sped time up to make the crop grow, and all of a sudden it changed its mind and said now it needs lime. I'm just going to park it here, and then we'll get... Where's he at? What the hell's he doing over there? Where in the hell is this? Okay, there's my farm. I think I was waiting for that guy to get limed. Yeah, I just parked this over here to wait for that liming to get done, and then I'm gonna plant something here. Maybe I'll plant potatoes here because this is a good sized field, but it's not as big as that. Well, is it? Is it not as big as that one? It's pretty good size. Is it? Is that one over there bigger, or are they about the same size? I don't know. I think that one over there is just slightly bigger. All right, well, doesn't matter. Let's do carrots. I don't want carrots. Did I already do carrots? Okay, parsnips. I've done parsnips and carrots. Red beets, sugar cane, poplar, wheat. I'm not looking for that right now. Peas. There's no pea soup. Why not? There's no spinach soup either. How about if I do... I think there is red beets. Let's see. Okay, I'm looking for the soup factory. All right, so we got carrot soup, parsnip soup, potato soup, red beet soup, and then the triple one takes a combination of all of those. So if I do the triple one is carrots, parsnips, and red beets. So let's do some red beets, I guess. Whoa, don't do that. Okay, we're going to do some red beets, but let's do... Do I have a course for... Oh. What field is this? Field 10. Okay. Field 10. Let's see if I have a seeding course for field 10. I do. There is. Okay. But I'm on seed, so let's clear that one, and we'll load this one. And then, let me see what the... There we go there. So let's drop it. Red beets. Sounds like a country song. Red, red beets. instead of red wine. All right, let's spread this feller out, and then we're going to plow the field. I know it says it doesn't need it, but I don't care. I want to plow it. Pea soup. Oh no, where am I? Am I in the right field? I thought there were trees on the end of this field, but it must be that other one. Okay, let's see. We're in field 8. Field 8. And plow. Plow field 8. We're in field 10. Let's clear that one. Load that one. And then first waypoint. Okay, it's on its own now. There's my control. I'm setting it down. I don't have a control. Wait and see what this guy does. Do your thing, man. Do your thing. It's a John Deere. Nothing runs like a deer. Red beets are what you get when you torture sugar beets. Okay. For some reason, there's a lot of people that don't know farming that think that red beets are sugar beets. Sugar beets are not red. Red beets are the ones you get pickled and put on a salad. Sugar beets are kind of a real light tan kind of colored. I mean, really, really more white than tan. They're two-tiered colors. It's a tan color and a really white color, kind of. But they're not red. Sugar beets are not red. Okay, he's gonna do it. He's got it figured out. Oh, how does that work? That didn't work very good. Oh, there he goes. Okay, he's doing it. I'm gonna speed time up because I want that other fields to grow so that we can harvest. So let's kick this up to 60 or 120, I don't know, and let it go. I'm taking control again. Grass is growing. Those soybeans I could have sold. I should have. I'll run around and get those. I got plenty of money. I don't know how that happened. Wheat. What are we going to do with wheat? We don't really need it. Oats, canola. I'm making oil out of canola, right? What am I going to do with the sorghum? Should have sold that too. Sunflowers, soybeans. Let's take the soybeans. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I'd never heard of a sugar beet until I started playing FS13. Yeah, I did because we had a sugar plant in the town I grew up in. I actually worked for it as a lab technician. So I've seen lots of sugar beets. Sugar beets are about this big. They're pretty good size. On average, they had bigger ones and they had smaller ones, but on average they're about like this. And the main color is kind of a tan color, but around the tops and the bottoms of the beet is kind of a lighter color, almost white. So when you cut them to start making the sugar, they actually they look like potatoes, like French fries. They look like regular potato French fries when they cut them up. And then they mash them and stuff. So they cut them like French fries, only smaller, not quite like spaghetti, but not quite the size of a dinner steak potato either. They're about the color of what's in this trailer. Sugar beets are. Beet pea, yeah. Well, maybe not. I would say a good share of sugar is made out of sugar cane. And if you're eating honey, you're eating honey poop. It's funny. Do you know how many people actually think that honey is bee poop? People are weird. They don't know anything about their food. If something happened, people would starve to friggin' death. Uh-oh. We got trouble. It's River City. It's getting dark on us. Okay, I'm gonna head home to the barn. We'll head to the barn. See if we can get some Z's. Sleep till 8 o'clock. I slept till 8 o'clock this morning. That was weird. And rain. Oh God, is it raining here? It's raining so hard. It started yesterday. It started raining, and it's not supposed to stop till Sunday. This coming Sunday. So all week, nothing but rain all week, and it's cold and heavy rain. And but that's the case, man. It's like March winds, and March comes in like a lion roaring, and goes out like a lamb, and then April, spring showers. So we're supposed to have rain in April. We're supposed to have wind in March, and so we had some storms. It's the way it works, I guess. Man, this guy better hustle up. He's going way slow. I mean, way slow. Hurry up, man. I'm going to speed time up again. I'll do 60 instead of 120. Okay, let's run around and sell some other stuff. There's Lori. Hey, Lori. Oh, I didn't see Simulator come in. Hey, Sim, how you doing? Okay, what kind of games are you playing currently, Sim? I'm out of potatoes? Okay. Well, I was gonna plant some, so. And we got sugar beets. God, that's a lot of sugar beets. Let's take some of the sugar beets. I don't need that many. I'll never make that much sugar. Ooh, wind chill in the teens. Sleet and snow lately. Oh my God. Well, nobody said it wasn't going to do good. That doesn't mean it's not a good that it's a good movie. I've seen about 10 different reviews. 9 of them said the movie was awful, but it's still that people were still going to see it. So every single one of the reviews I said, it's going to make $1 billion. But that doesn't make it a good movie. It's just a testament to how many people play Minecraft. What was I just doing? Sugar beets. Oh, I didn't even get a million. Oh, wow. All right. I can fill the second one. It was okay. Kids liked it. Well, little kids probably would like it. As to whether I'm not one of these purists per se. Like, if I'm watching a movie on Fallout and they don't completely follow the game 100%. Let's say they do one thing wrong. And a purist will just get all upset. I'm not watching that. They had this wrong. This one thing is wrong. That didn't happen in Fallout, or whatever. I said, oh God, get a grip, bud. What about the 99% of the rest of it? It was all good, but that one part, I won't watch it. Okay, I'm not quite that bad. Not quite. I've seen a lot of movies on characters, like super characters and people like that. Okay, I'll give you the ultimate example. I'm a very big fan of the Jack Reacher books. I've read every single one of them, and I'm a big fan of the books. Okay, so Tom Cruise made a movie, two of them. Reacher movie, and Tom Cruise was Jack Reacher. No, he wasn't. The character's like 6'5", 6'6", something like that. 280 pounds, solid muscle, knows every form of martial arts, all that kind of stuff. This character in the book was Tom Cruise, 5'6". There's no friggin' way that he was Jack Reacher. I watched both movies and I enjoyed both movies. So that's what I mean. I'm not a purist in that respect. And the only way I was able to watch those movies was, in my mind, they were just Tom Cruise movies. It was Tom Cruise being Tom Cruise, going about and taking people out and doing the stuff that he has to do and being the hero, but he wasn't Jack Reacher. And that's what I always kept in my mind. I'm not watching a Jack Reacher movie. I'm watching a Tom Cruise movie. And so there's a lot of these guys were on this Minecraft movie that it doesn't follow all the lore, or for me it just looks stupid. I've had it about up to here with Jack Black, I'll tell you that right now. So I didn't care to watch Jack Black be Jack Black on speed, because that's what he was. In the previews I saw, he was doubling down on being Jack Black. Now, Jack Black is wild enough to begin with, but now he's almost 60 years old, weighs about 120 pounds more than he needs to weigh, and to be acting twice as stupid as he usually does was not anything I wanted to spend money on. And they've got, what's that other guy's name? The Hawaiian guy. Oh, shoot. I can't think of his name. He played Aquaman. No, not Aquaman. Was it Aquaman? Oh, crap. I can't remember. Anyway, they got him in the movie, and he's acting dumber than Jack Black. It's like they're competing. on the stupidity scale. Just didn't interest me at all. $25 for soda and popcorn. Wow, that's pretty cheap. I want to go to Texas. They got cheap soda and popcorn. Sniper games. Simulator says he's playing sniper games. Yeah, I can't play those. I'm just not good enough. And the thing is, can I play them? Of course I can play them. I'm not good at them. And so, consequently, they're not fun for me to play because I'm just dead all the damn time, and that's not any fun. Sugar beets. Okay, I'm down to just shy of 2 million. That's good enough. I'll sell these, and we'll leave that many in case I want to do some sugar. I don't need the money terribly, so it'll be okay. It'll be just fine. I'll tell you the best Jack Black that I watched was King Kong, where he wasn't trying to play some idiot. He was actually playing a dramatic part. Now, there was a little bit, it's Jack Black. The character had a little bit of him in there. But for all intents and purposes, it was a dramatic part. And he played it okay. You know, he wasn't supposed to be a buffoon. That wasn't the part. And he did an okay job on it. And I thought that was the best job I've seen him do. So, there you go. But in this Minecraft movie, and I only saw a very little bit of the trailers and stuff, and I thought, my God, they just told him, go ahead and play you in the movie, but do it on steroids. And I thought, oh God, that was awful. And then to have Jason Momoa was the name I was trying to think of. To have Jason Momoa try to compete with him on being stupid. Well, I screwed up on this field, didn't I? By speeding up time, this thing's going to be growing at all different kinds of levels. Oh well, it's too late. I'm gonna sleep again too, just for shits and giggles. Oh, did I say the S word? Sorry. I hope you guys can't hear it. Somebody's beating on the house. We had some really bad storms this year, and I have about a 6-foot fence. A wooden fence, a custom-made wooden fence, where they came in and put the things in, and then routed the tops of them and everything, and the posts that are in between the fencing, they're all routed on the top and stuff, and the planks are all cut at a rounded thing with little hearts in them, and we had some terrible storms. This has happened before. And whole sections of the fence came over because I live on the coast. Our ground is either clay or sand. And even cementing these posts in, there's so much rain that they rot. And so the wind comes and the posts break off. And, over 30 years. So this winter we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 7 sections of fence down. And it's going to cost me a few $1,000s to have it fixed, but I got guys working on it now. I waited till the weather started getting a little better because I thought, well, why get the fence put back up during the winter storms and blown back down again? So I said, just let it go. And I told my neighbors who have dogs, I said, I'm sorry, but we're not going to get the fence fixed. Neither of my neighbors have a fence. I've got the fence. So, and they both have dogs. And they like to let them out and run in the evenings and stuff and do their thing. So, which is fine. But I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to fix these fences until the storms are done, because it's going to cost me several $1,000s to get this done. And so you'll have to leash your dogs if, because they're going to get out. And I said, unless you don't mind them being in my yard, if you don't mind that, then let them run. I don't care if they're in my yard or not. Just a minute. What? Yes, I'm live streaming. What are you doing? Well, I don't. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Did I already do this? I didn't do this, did I? Oh. Anyway, there's a guy out there, and there's one section of the fence that's tied to the house. And I think that's the one he's working on right now, because it sounds like he's banging on that house. God, look at all the fog. What the hey? Oh, look, it's ready. Okay. Let's get going. Let's do it. Where's my combines? I lost them. There they are. The only spot with no fog, I guess. All right, now which field is this? This is what is this? This is oats. These are oats. This is field 7. Okay, so let's open this up. We're gonna go with field 7. Harvest field 7. Do we have a field 7? We got field 7 corn. I thought I made one. Yeah, no, that's plowing. Harvest corn. Corn. Oh, I didn't do one for field 7. Well, shoot, oh dear. Let's clear this. And then we're going to jump up here, go over here. I want 2 headlands. Okay, got that. All right, let's 49.9 feet. Is that right? There was one of them that wasn't right. Stop it. Stop. Get me out of here. Okay, let me check this out. 49.9, did it say? Okay, so we're using header. Grain header. We're using this golden one. And it is... Oh, shit, it's in meters. Damn it. It's in meters. 15.2 meters. How much is that in feet? Oh, they took my phone. I can't calculate it. hell with it. I'm just going with it. If it don't work, don't work. All right, let's just go with it. Okay. Commute time already? Oh, what's taking so long? Am I gonna have to do this again? There it is. Okay. Alright. So we're gonna do save course. Seed field 7. Was that right? Oh, wait a minute. It's not seed, it's harvest. Harvest field 7. All right, and nearest waypoint, no. Let's do first waypoint and that. Well, that isn't right. It was, what? It wasn't supposed to do that. It's supposed to wait till it got to the first waypoint. What the heck? Oh, thanks, Andy. Andy said it's correct. I trust Andy. Where's the other Andy? We had 2 Andys in here last week. Carol cut my hair extra short this time, but she said she left me a Superman curl right in the middle here. I don't know what that means. Now what? What's it doing now? Waiting for rain to finish? Oh, it's raining? Okay, yeah, I don't want that to do. I don't want that. If I still got time going really fast, let's stop that. Let's stop that. It's about 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know how long it's going to rain. I guess I can't do that. I need it to stop raining. Yeah, I couldn't have set that long. It's supposed to stop raining. Stop. Thunder and lightning, everything frightening. I didn't get a tornado, did I? Why did it stop seeding? It shouldn't have stopped seeding. That's weird. Why did it stop seeding? They still should be able to seed in the rain. Seeding in the rain, just seeding in the rain. That thing got a windshield wiper on the sunroof? Really? It sure does. Well, that's weird. What keeps that from getting knocked off when you're driving? Well, of course, the windshield doesn't get knocked off when you're driving. It's howdy doody time. It's tutti fruity time. Did that get seeded over there? Because that was supposed to cultivate, and it doesn't look like it did. Oh man, that's weird. I'm gonna leave it just because I don't want to mess with it. That's why. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna do. Well, do I have any? Yeah, I do. I got one. Oh, I got one down there. I've been drinking too much sugar lately, so I'm gonna do a Mountain Dew, a regular Mountain Dew.
Oh, yeah.
Cheers, Lori. Kitty cat time. I got the kitty cat blues. Oh, that's cold. Tea's cold. p.m. Maybe too late for the other Andy. He has to go to school in the morning. Now the clocks have changed. Oh, that's right. He was just a kid, wasn't he? I didn't even think about that. All right. I haven't had a regular Mountain Dew since I can't remember. I've been drinking that Code Red and the Baja Blast. Now what's he doing? You're going cockeyed here. Oh, I see what he's doing. I thought he was going around. He's not. He knows what he's doing. And the grass is up, but I don't think it's ready. And what's with the rain? It was supposed to stop, I thought. It says sun. You're supposed to stop raining. There it went. Well, it only took an hour. It's now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. All right, so we can start this thing back up again. There she goes. There she goes, walking around the street. Hey, hey, he's a monkey. Why is the tongue down? That was weird. And where's he going? He's not supposed to be going that way. Oh, why is it closed? No, that's... Why is that closed? Okay, what's it wanting to do? Because it doesn't want to do what I want it to do. Why is it doing that? What? Why is it? Why is it shutting down? Oh, I know. Because I have this first waypoint on. Okay, that makes sense, I guess. What is going on? All right, we changed this from first waypoint to nearest waypoint. Turn it on and start it up, and it should be fine now. All right, it should be fine. Should be fine. Why is this not growing? Is there anything else ready? This is ready. Oh, that's what I'm on. That's not ready. All right, let's double up on the oats. We'll double up on the oats and get that done. Get that whacked off. Wax it on, wax it off. Stay on the road. I think I can go faster if I stay on the road. It's howdy doody time. It's tutti frutti time. Try not to knock down all the signs. I get charged for every one of those. The county comes after me. You're knocking all the signs down. Yeah. What's your point? So which field was this? Was this field 7? Okay, field 7. So if I open this up and come down here and do clear that and then harvest. Where did it go? Where did it? There it is. We'll load that. And then it looks like it's going this way. So if I start right here, where's the windrow? Where's the windrow? There it is. Okay. All right, now let's see if this works. Off we go. got one that's going all the way around. The second one is starting off in what I assume to be is kind of the middle. It's hard to say because that field's shaped kind of weird. Kind of shaped like a kidney. Well, not like a kidney, but weird. It's shaped weird. Rough as a cob out here. Frank's milk and cow time. Go, Sadie. What's she doing? Cleaning her ground? Who left the course? What happened? What? Why does it keep stopping? I don't understand this. Why does it keep doing this? This is crazy. It's like it's doing it on the... What? Alright, this is not going to work. I don't know why it does this. It seems to do it every time though. Like on this one field. So I don't know. Here's waypoint. Huh. Mystery. Might be, Andy. But it seems to be only on this one field that it does this. Well, I might be mistaken. I'll have to pay more attention. Frank's cooking today. Oh, it hadn't got to that patch yet. Oh. Well, let's see what it does. This is supposed to be a cultivator and a seeder and a roller built in. So that should have worked, and it did. So there you go. And why did the plow guy stop? Maybe it's course play. Now what's he doing? Put that down. No, stop. What are you doing? What's he doing? Why is he doing that? Oh, he's going to the first waypoint again. Damn it. All right, stop that. Nearest waypoint. Spread it out. Okay. Let's solve that problem. What am I drinking? A regular Mountain Dew. It's funny watching these people debate over stupid stuff like it makes any difference in the world. I saw this damn debate went for about an hour and a half on a YouTube page. Whether a hamburger and a hot dog are a sandwich or not. They debated for a friggin' hour and a half on whether a hot dog was a sandwich. They pretty much came to the conclusion that a hamburger was a sandwich. but not the hot dog. They couldn't decide. Are you kidding? It's a piece of meat between some bun, between a bun. But let's say it's not a bun. What is a bun? A bun is a piece of bread.
Oh,
It's just
yeah.
shaped different. So it's a piece of meat between two pieces of bread. That's a sandwich. Cheers, Frank. What the hell? He's going sideways. What? Is that ground that crazy? I don't know what that's all about. That's kind of weird. Why is it being shoved around like that? It's almost like the header's down too far. It must be the level of the ground. That was weird. Huh. Well, if you look at the blue line, you can see the blue line dips. Look how bad it dips over there. So it does. It's like going and all of a sudden the blue line goes down. That's following the land. Oh, look, okay, looks like we got one that's full over there. Let's go catch up. Got to play catch up. Andy's driving. I like it. You go, Andy. The balls look off center. Oh, I'm following the wrong combine. What the hell? I wasn't even paying attention. There we are. That it? That must have been it. Okay, here it comes. Oh, geez. I gotta get out of the way. There's quite a dip right there. You can see it. I thought that header had a little bit more flex to it, didn't it? Know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? look, crop circle. Must have got a little hail damage there. I didn't see that. Hail or rain damage. You can see it better from the air. There's one right there. Oh yeah, we got some damage from the rain. Quite a bit actually. Yep, everywhere. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Except for the grass. Grass didn't get any. The grass must be able to absorb it. No, wait, there's none up here either. And none here. Did the storm just cross that, or does it only affect grain? Weird. All right, let that guy go. I don't know what the hell he's doing. He seems to know, so. Look at that. Wow, look at that snaky. You can see it there. There's a hill right there. A big dip right there. Huh. Well. Not special. I can hear the birds chirping up here. Look like a golf course. I miss golfing. I used to golf when I was younger. It's just so expensive. I really enjoyed it, though. It was back when Carol and I first got married, and I was working for the bank, and the bank paid my green fees. I didn't have to. It didn't cost me anything because we did a lot of business on the golf course. So it was a community thing. Like I say, the bank paid the green fees, and every Thursday was we had Men's Day. The Women's Day, I can't remember, was like Wednesday maybe. And so what would happen was you'd show up at the golf course, and they'd set us up in foursomes. So you'd just show up for the golf course every Thursday, and they would say, okay, the next four people come forward, and they say you, and you. So you never knew who you were golfing with. Whiff. Did I say whiff? It's cool whip. You never knew who you were golfing with because they would just select four guys to go. And so, okay, you guys ready to go? Come on. And then they'd wait till you teed off and give you enough time to get away from the first hole. Then they'd go with the next four guys. So we never knew who we were golfing with, which made it kind of fun. And that happened every Thursday. But we talked a lot of business while we're out there. And, of course, I was golfing with people that were customers. So the bank paid for it. And I golfed every day. I would get home from work, and the golf course was only a few blocks away from where I lived, so I just grabbed my golf bag, had my golf bag on a cart that I pulled, and the handle would fold up, and I could put it on my back if I wanted to. But the golf bag could stand up on its own. It had wheels on it. And so I could just pull it. When I was on the golf course, I just opened it up and pulled it. And then sometimes if I was walking, I would just fold the wheels up and sling it over my shoulder. But it was close enough. I was only 3-4 blocks away from the golf course. So I just grabbed my clubs every day after work and head for the golf course. We didn't have any kids. It was just me and Carol. I tried to get her to golf with me, but she wasn't very good, and she was destroying too many clubs. She'd get mad. She'd swing and she'd miss, and she'd swing and she'd miss, and she'd swing and she'd miss. Or she'd swing and hit the ground and almost break her wrist. And then pretty soon I'd hear a bunch of cussing, and a golf club would go twirling over my head into the brush off the course, because she'd get mad and sling them damn things off. It was costing me too much money in golf clubs and golf balls. So I said, maybe golf isn't for you. So she didn't play. I really wanted her to play golf with me. You know, she was a PE teacher. She's supposed to be athletic. Golf was not her game. I kind of had a natural swing, they told me. I used to get some pretty good scores, but I never got serious about it. It was all just for fun for me. Half the time I never kept score. The only time I ever kept score is when I was golfing with a group, and that's what they did. You know, they get pretty damn serious about it, and they didn't always appreciate me goofing around out there. But I never took it too serious. But I had a natural flair for it. I had a little bit of a curve, but the curve wasn't as bad as a slice. Either way, you know, it wasn't too bad. I could hit the ball pretty good, so I could get some distance on it, and I could hit it pretty straight. So I got some decent scores. And the funny part is, you get your best scores when you're playing against people that are much, much better than you are. If I was just playing around with somebody that wasn't as good as me, I never got a very good score, because I just kind of dink around. But if I was playing with a group of guys that were serious about the game and wouldn't tolerate me goofing a damn round, I always played better. I used to like to golf with the local priest. Our local priest was from Ireland, and he'd get out there, and he spoke Greek. What's that? Latin, and of course English. But he'd get out on the golf course, and he'd attack the ball. You could hear him say it. When he'd get up to the ball, he'd have his club, attack, attack, attack. And man, he'd smack that ball and it'd go flying. And one day we're golfing together, and I teed off, and I got a little bit of a curve on it, and it hit a tree. And you could hear it hitting the tree, like clunk, clunk, clunk. And I almost said a swear word. But I was with the priest, so I didn't say anything. I said, "Oh man, that's bad luck." I said, "Gosh," I was afraid when it does something like that. You're wanting your ball to go from here to a hole. So if it hits something and goes off that way, you don't know how far are you off course, or did it actually hit it and bounce backwards? So I couldn't tell whether it hit the trunk or a limb, because it was too far away. It was a tee off. So man, I smacked that thing pretty good. And so we grabbed our bags and took off, and I got up there, and we're looking for it. Both of us are looking for my ball. And then all I hear is Mary Joseph and something or other, "You got a good Irish bounce." And I said, "What?" And he said, "There's your ball. It's almost on the green." And I said, "Oh, are you kidding?" So I must have hit a limb, because you could hear it smack. And it must have hit it and bounced forward and landed on the green. But he's, "Oh, Jesus is Mary, and you got a good Irish bounce." And he was just so funny and so much fun to play golf with. He got thrown out of the football games and basketball games at this high school, because he would be up there doing cheers in Greek in the stands, but he would go after the umpires. "Are you blind, man?" And he'd go after the umpires and start screaming at them, And he'd get thrown out of the game all the time. He says, you're going to have to leave. Oh, God. Fun times. Get good at digging up the turf. That's kind of what Carol was. She'd either miss it by a mile, and then, and it would hurt her shoulders, or she'd hit the ground and dig what they call divots in the ground. Never seen such a weird, windy winter. Weird and wonderful. It's a mighty wonderful winter. I wonder how the other combine's doing. Did he stop? Is one of them full? Yeah, one says it needs to be unloaded. No. Nay. You're not it. You're not the one. I gotta find the other one. Where is the other one? It'd be in the middle, wouldn't it? There she blows. But I love to golf. There's nothing. The only place that's more beautiful, and you might think this kind of strange. There's two of the most beautiful places that are man-made. One is a golf course, and the other is a cemetery. Some of the cemeteries are just beautiful because they keep the grass up, and it's always cut and manicured and peaceful. Quiet. A lot of times in some cemeteries they'll put trees in and cherry trees, and I've seen a lot of graveyards that were just graves for as far as you could see, but they're not all like that. Some of them are like a park. Some of them have paths through them and trees and flowers growing like rose bushes and things like that. My mom, where she's buried, they have trees and rose bushes and stuff growing. And golf courses, the grounds are always kept up. The grass and everything's always kept up, and they're just beautiful places and quiet. As long as nobody's screaming "for" all the time or cussing because they missed their shot. They're very peaceful, and it's a good way to get exercise because you're walking. And golf courses aren't always flat, so you're walking uphill and you're walking downhill and you're walking around here and over there. And if you put 18 holes in, you get a pretty good workout. So it's good exercise. It's good. You're breathing nice, clean air in a luscious, groomed landscape. They're pretty places. It's a good way to get your exercise. It's kind of a silly game. You're just beating the hell out of a ball trying to knock it into a hole. It's kind of silly, but it's not easy to do either. Let's go catch that other combine. I miss it, but it's too damn expensive. It's very expensive. Every time I'd go, it'd be $100 bill. It's just I couldn't keep it up. I don't know what it is now. I haven't golfed for years. Tain't like bowling. I used to bowl too. Belonged to a league, a bowling league. At the bank, we had our own bowling league at the bank. We used to play in the bowling league. One of the teams was a group of guys in their at least 60s and 70s, and we would, every week you play a different team in the league, and and you start ranking up until you get to the top, and then eventually two teams will play each other for the championship for the end of the year and stuff. Some of the teams were serious, and some were just out there for fun. We were a little in between. We were having a good time, but we were not terribly serious, but serious enough. We wanted to do well, but we wanted to have fun too. And so we goofed off a little bit. There was this one team of older guys I was talking about, and we'd watched them bowl before, and we thought, God, these guys are nuts. They started off just like a bunch of old guys playing, bowling. But by the end of the game, they were just laughing and giggling and poking each other and dancing a jig here and there and just having a good old time. And it was fun to watch. These old guys just having fun, right? But like I said, a lot of times if you're in a league like that, there's a lot of people that are just serious as a heart attack, over their game and stuff. And they don't put up with goofballs and, so anyway, like I said, we were not too bad. We were kind of halfway serious, so we were doing okay. But these old guys, we finally got to play them one night, and in the back of the bowling alley there were vending machines, sodas, and you would not get a can or a bottle. You got a cup of ice where the cup would come down, ice would come down, and then your soda, whatever you picked, Coke, Pepsi, whatever, would come down. So there was a soda machine, there were candy machines, there were sandwich machines, and then there was a soup machine up there. And we'd be bowling, and all of a sudden one of the old guys would head off up to the back of the bowling alley, throw some money in the soup machine, and out would come a cup of soup. Chicken noodle, tomato, rice and beans, who knows, whatever the soups are. The one that I could think of was the chicken noodle soup. And then they would come down and they would drink their soup, and then another one would go up and get him some soup. And we wondered, what the hell's the deal with the soup? And so we didn't think too much of it. We're bowling, we're having a good time. As the game is progressing, though, these old guys started doing their dancing the jig, and they're poking each other, and they're laughing and just having all kinds of fun. And pretty soon, this one guy comes over to me and he says, "Hey, Sonny, you want some of my soup?" And I said, No, thanks. No, thank you. I got a soda over here. I'm fine, thanks. Okay, suit yourself. And we'd go, and they'd get a little bit worse, and pretty soon another one would come over. "You sure you don't want some of our soup?" No, we're fine, thank you. We couldn't figure out what was going on, so about towards the end of the game we were doing, one of the guys jumped up, "I gotta go get some more soup." And so I kind of watched him. I said, "What the hell?" So I walked halfway down to the back of the thing and watched him where I could see him get the soup. He gets his soup, and then he looks around like this. Then he reaches in his pocket, and he's got this bottle of whiskey, and he pours it in the soup, puts it back in his coat, and goes back down and bowl it. So they were drinking soup with whiskey in it. They were just having a ball. It was fun to play with them. But by the time the game was over, they were just sloshed. It was hilarious. All right, what am I doing here? What am I doing? There we go. Get this thing dumping here. Did I ever watch Space Jam? I've seen parts of it. I don't know if I sat down and watched the whole thing. We never watched a lot of TV or movies or anything, Carol and I. We were always working. I worked, 20 hours a day, seemed like. and we just didn't watch a lot of TV. But yeah, I think I got it for the kids, Space Jam, but I don't think I ever really watched it. I think I'd put it on for the kids, and I'd look at it when I walked through the room a little bit, because I don't think I watched the whole thing. Your favorite was the 19th? So, well, wouldn't the 19th hole be the one where you go back and have a drink? There's only 18 holes on the golf course. The 19th one would be back at the club where you'd have an adult beverage. Keep hearing that stupid bird in the background. Like a macaw. Yes, the 19th was the bar in the clubhouse. Did you ever golf, Andy? You're Scottish. Didn't you guys invent golfing? Oh, look at my truck's getting all filthy again. I just had it taken care of. What a mess. You know, I was thinking of golf. I was thinking of sports. I'm not big on sports. I never have been. But we used to have a show on when I was a kid called The Wide, Wide World of Sports. And I always thought it was awful that the poor guy, at the first of the show, they always had a starter for the show, a short little start where they showed the same movie over and over and over before each episode. So they're showing different kind of sports. They're showing the guy lifting like 1,000 pounds and somebody else shooting the basketball or somebody smacking a ball or something. And there was always a guy that was doing one of them coming down the ski slope or the jump where they get down at the end and then they start flying through the air with their skis out like this. And one of them crashes and goes bum, 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 bum. And you think, oh my God, did he kill himself? And during the show, it was, this is the wide world of sports. This is blah, 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 blah. The elation of winning and the agony of defeat. Maria Watson, thank you. Thank you for the follow. Maria gets a new tractor. Anyway, when that guy crashed, they always said, and the agony of defeat. And I thought, how would you like to be the agony of defeat every week? The worst day of your life being shown on a TV show every week. Look, that guy, he's the agony of defeat. Oh, God. All right, there's your tractor, Maria. Brand new, the biggest, fastest tractor we could find. It's a monster. It's not too hard to drive it away, though. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. Yeah, that poor guy was the agony of defeat. I can't remember what the first part was. It was like the triumph of a win or some kind of something like that, and the agony of defeat. You had to show the extremes, you know. Poor guy. What's your claim to fame? Did you ever get a gold medal at the Olympics? No, but I'm the agony of defeat. Frank's buying up a tractor. Get them while they're hot, Frank. All right, let's go check on around, see what everybody's doing here. Finally got this field done. Let's get rid of the course. Well, we're going to make us some soup here pretty quick. I got to figure out how big of that, how much of that field I should put potatoes on. God, I don't want to. That's a huge field. I would rather take one of these smaller fields and put potatoes on it. Like maybe, well, even that one's still a pretty good sized field, but there's one up by the farm itself that's smaller that I think I'd rather put potatoes on. Crew, HRU, Crew. Is that how are you? I'm fine. I don't know. I watch that show every week. It had Howard Cosell in it. Yeah, Howard Cosell was funny. Howard Cosell was not a TV announcer. He was a lawyer. But he got into announcing boxing and just made a place for himself. And he had a certain way of talking that, I don't know, just fit for him. But yeah, the guy was a lawyer and for some reason was able to get in there and become an announcer on sports events. It was kind of weird. A lot of times their announcers were, Olympic winners from the past. You know, there would be that Buttons guy who was a ice skater. I can't think of his first name. He just passed away a couple years ago. Either last year or the year before, I can't remember. Dick Buttons. Okay, so he was a gold medal winner in ice skating, and they would have him as an announcer. They used to call them color announcers, but at least a lot of them had sporting experience. Like when he was announcing the ice skating, and he knew what the hell he was talking about. He was a gold medal winner. Howard Cosell was just a lawyer. It's kind of funny. But they had different kind of sports on all the time, depending what the season was. It wasn't just Monday Night Football. This was the Wide World of Sports was every week, and it was whatever sport was going on in the world. And it wasn't necessarily professional sports. A lot of it was Olympic sports and things like that. It was pretty interesting if you like sports. It was a good show. I'm surprised it isn't still on. They don't know how to do stuff anymore, though. Where's my tractor? Or my truck? My truck. Sophia, hello. You're good? I'm doing great, Maria. Thanks for asking. Sophia, how are you doing? Sophia Michael 2. Are there two of you? Sophia Michael 1 and Sophia Michael 2. I'm always curious as people how they come up with their names. You must have more than one account, eh? We're still trying to find out. Lori, you weren't here last week. Last week, were you? We were teasing Andy about. We were talking about names on the internet, and how a lot of people will use a name like Fred Watts. Then you find out that their real name is Alfred Newman. I mean, so we were teasing Andy. Andy, is Andy your real name? Andy Thom, is that your real name or not? And Andy said his name was Hamish. I can't remember the last name. Hamish something. Oh man, I'm stuck to the combine. That was not good. Hamish McDougal. Hey, Bill's in the house. Hey, Bill. Talk about Hamish. We don't know if Bill's really Bill either. I mean, we don't know that Lori is Lori. And I don't think Rob is really RV. Unless it's short for Roger Vitalis or something. McDougal, yeah. Hamish McDougal. And now we don't know. Is he really Hamish McDougal? We don't know. It's a mystery. I mean, I'm not really the Rude Man. But then you guys know where Rude Man came from, so. You're real? You and Robert real? Well, you told us who Rob, but he goes by RV, so we don't know. We didn't know. Is it Rob Vandal? Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm just curious because I'm curious about how people select their names. Sometimes they're wild and sometimes they make sense. Sometimes they're just crazy. Bill's not sure whether he's really Hamish. Bill, are you really Bill? Or are you, I don't know. What would you be from Sweden? Eric? You could be an Eric. Eric the Red. Like Scorpion. Is he really a scorpion? Now I know his real name because we've been talking to each other for a long time. Robert Vinn. That's an interesting name. See, if I was in Europe, I would be Rudolph St. Recreational vehicle park. RV park. Sweet. Well, that's what I thought. The first time I saw him, I said, oh, he's a recreational vehicle. I wonder which one. Are you a pickup or a camper or a motorhome? I should have asked him, Rob, are you a motorhome? Yeah, see, I have to be. I've got. There's a couple people that I have personal phone numbers for, and their real names and addresses and stuff. And the funny part is they're both. The last names are very, very similar. Yeah, Scorpion's one of them. Since he loves campers. Is he going to be one of those YouTubers that runs around and camps all the time? I've watched a lot of those guys over the years. That would scare the hell out of me. And people say, why would that be scary? Do you know how many crazy people are out in the woods camping and doing shit? Especially now. Where do you think all the tweakers live now? Out in the forest. there's so many of these people that can't afford a house and don't have a job, and so they're driving around, living in their campers and stuff. And when they show you on YouTube, they show you, okay, think about this. Think about your own life from Monday to Sunday, and how much stuff you do between Monday and Sunday. Frank's doing it the Rude Man way. Don't get hit, Frank. You gotta be a good driver. But think about all the things you do between a Monday and a Sunday. Okay, so now watch a guy's video that's out living in a van, and they're driving down the freeway, and they're talking about their trip and the weather, and they're waving at people and having a good time, and then they pull into a place, and they set up their little camp, and they're sitting out in a lounge chair fishing in a lake, or and it's gorgeous, and they're just drinking a beer and having a good time. That's a microcosm of their week that you're watching, and you think that's their whole life until you talk to them personally and find out that they haven't had a shower in 2 weeks. They're shitting in a bucket. I mean, on and on and on. It's not the greatest life you think it is. They've had 3 flats in the last week that they've struggled with. The car broke down 10 times. They got people in the middle of the night knocking on their windows, scaring the hell out of them. You're not seeing the bad parts, is what I'm trying to say, of their life. You're seeing only the very best parts. The part where they're sitting on a beach having a good time and just soaking up the sun. You're not seeing all the bad things that are happening to them, and the fact that they don't have a bathroom in the rig, and they don't, they're crapping in a bucket, like I said. They're having to jump in a river and take a bath because there's nowhere to take a shower anywhere. They don't have a shower or a bathroom. I mean, they're making it look really good, but it's like these shows they've got on TV where they're surviving on an island or something, and you find out that after the cameras stop, they go to a motel room someplace close by. They're trying to make you think they're out there starving to death. Well, how do you know there's not a guy with a camera sitting 2 feet away from them while they're sitting in a rainstorm just freezing to death, nothing to eat, no coat or nothing, and there's a cameraman right in front of them eating a sandwich and got a raincoat on and an umbrella. Hey, you want a bite of my sandwich? No. Those things are phony and fake as all get out, I'm telling you. And what's really funny to me, the entertainment wasn't watching these guys faking being out in the wilderness, starving to death, and but it was watching the people watching from home, thinking that it was all real. Oh my God, they're gonna die out there, or it's the pawn shop, and the fat kids in the back sleeping while everybody else is working, and people watching the show are saying, "Oh my God, I hope they don't catch him. He'll get fired." They're filming him. You don't think that they don't know he's back there sleeping on the job? People, that's the part that to me was entertaining, watching these people thinking that everything was real. Are you people crazy? They're being filmed. There's somebody standing there, like I said, eating a sandwich in front of them. It's crazy. Yeah, Maria, I'm not really much into that. I'm not trying to grow my channel. I just do this for fun. I only had one goal when I started doing this, and that was to have 5,000 subscribers, because the town I live in only had 5,000 people. And I thought, in my mind, I thought, oh, it'd be cool if I had everybody in town watching my videos. So I set my goal for 5,000. Well, I reached that 2-3 years ago, and that's all I cared about. I'm not doing this for money. I'm not doing it to be, a celebrity of any kind. I'm a 72-year-old. Well, I'm not quite 72. I'll be 72 in June. So I'm almost 72 years old. I'm retired. I just do this for fun. So I'm not trying to grow my channel. I don't care if it looks professional. It just isn't my thing. I don't even like to live stream. I like making videos, and that's what I did most of the time on my channel, is make videos. But for some reason, everybody wants me to live stream, so I'll come on a couple times a week. Do you do that kind of work, Maria? I'd like to see your channel if you do. I don't mind, checking out what you do, but it's not anything I'm trying to grow. I don't know what I'd do if I had 100,000 viewers. I wouldn't be able to talk to all of them. I wouldn't be able to read all their comments. I wouldn't be able to, on a live stream, I wouldn't be able to watch what everybody says. I try to keep my channel a little bit more personal. I remember when I first started, and everybody that was trying to grow their channels on YouTube was telling me, well, this is what you have to do. You do this, and you do that. You never do this, never do that, and never do that. Well, guess which one I did? I did all the things that you were never supposed to do. Like they told me, don't talk about yourself and your family or anything personal about it. They don't that's not what you want to do. You just want to provide them entertainment and stuff. Well, if I'm talking with somebody like I'm talking with you right now, I want to know more about you, and I would hope you'd want to know more about me. So the very first thing they told me, don't get personal. What's the first thing I did? I got personal, because I'm doing this to share my love of gaming with other people. And so I want to know, what do you like? What's the weather where you're at? What do you do for a living? Do you have kids? Are you happy? Is your life good? Those are the things that interest me. And not whether I got 10,000 people or not. It always makes me feel sad for somebody on YouTube that won't play a certain game or do a certain thing because somebody might not like it. I can't tell you, some of the guys playing this farming game, they got burned out on playing farming early on, and I saw them on their web pages, on their YouTube pages, almost in tears, because they wanted to play a different game once in a while, and every time they did, people would get angry at them and say, what are you doing? You're a farming channel. We're not going to watch you if you don't farm. And they would get upset, and they'd say, please, I want to play a different game just once in a while. I said, okay. I said, it's your channel. Do whatever you want to do. If I want to play a game that nobody wants to see, then don't watch it. But, because I'm just doing it for fun. But it's sad. It's sad that people are doing all of this just for money. And that's what happens. They get into it, and they won't play a certain game if I don't get 1,000 views on this video, I'm not going to do this anymore. I want to play Red Dead Redemption. If I don't get 1,000 views on that, then I'm not playing Red Dead Redemption anymore. That's crazy, in my opinion. But what do I know? Hell, one time I had an introduction to my videos that I played every month, every time I put a video up, and it was me. And I got a copyright on it and was told I had to take it down. And I said, but it's me. What? Yeah, somebody claimed it. How could they claim me? And but YouTube doesn't care. It's up to you to prove that it's you. In the meantime, they were taking my my advertising away from me and giving it to this guy. So I had to stop doing my own intro, to keep from losing income, which I wasn't making anything anyway. Like I said, I wasn't doing it for income, but it's a thought that counts. Somebody else is taking my advertising, what little bit I get, because they said that the intro belonged to them when it was me. I did a homemade intro. It was just silly. Alrighty then, let's take this down. Well, I was having so much fun I didn't realize it was after 3 o'clock. I should have known, because here's Scorpion. Scorpion made it back. All right. Is today Tuesday? It is, isn't it? That means it's garbage night. I got to take garbage out tonight. I'm going to end it here. It's after my time, and it's too late for a nap today, though. I got to sleep in this morning, so I feel pretty good. Anyway, thank you, everybody, for joining me. I appreciate it. And thanks for the new follow. I appreciate that. And hope to see you on Thursday. We'll be back. In the meantime, take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Have fun playing games. And somebody find out if Andy is really Hamish. I don't know how we'll find that out, but we need to find out if he's really Hamish McDougal. And Bill, I think Bill is Sven. Sven, what would the last name be? Well, whatever. Sven Nordway. I don't know. We'll figure it out. A garbage night. No wonder Bill is here. Oh, no. Okay, it's time for me to go. You guys are getting mean. All right. Take care, everybody. I'll see you next time. Ta-ta for now.